Good timing, oh yes. Great timing. You lucky devil. This is worth 18 submarines. Come on, Mama, let the good times roll.
I'm looking at everything in my house is all like hardwood floor and tile. So I have to regularly keep up on the sweeping.
I was like, this is the only rug except for those two other rugs. So it's not too bad, but at the same time, it's like, I don't like vacuuming. All right. I forgot to do that.
What, reline the trash?
Yeah. I started my job Monday.
Oh, yeah?
Then I just went to the lab today, so I'm tired. And also everyone's excited that I'm back, so I spent like at least a quarter of the day of people screaming, going, "Ah! Kevin!" I was like... And Josh, you remember Josh, right? He came in on second shift. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I work here." You got the job? Yeah. He's just messing with me, but yeah, I guess he was shocked I came back so fast.
So, what'd you guys do after the club?
Go home. Is there something
Did you
else?
find your way
They
home?
apparently went home.
I mean, I know where I live,
Well,
I think.
Nux.
I need to trail the driver to see where he goes after this.
But it's like...
That's the lonely job that nobody else stays up for when the nomad has to stay up at night and follow people.
I was like, I don't think there's anything else to do at night other than more
I'll
potter.
stick. Well, I
Partying?
guess I can stick with you since this was entirely.
Robbing?
Well, maybe not entirely a
I can
bust,
take
but
you
nothing
home,
else.
you can go get some rest.
You guys
Or
can
you
stalk
come
Mario
with me.
after he leaves. I don't
But
know.
it might be good to have a hacker with me.
I could stick with you and see, and if nothing else, see where follow him, at least find out where the guy lives. You can do it, plan from there.
So can we stake out the club and see if we can tail the driver without drawing attention to ourselves and all that?
The driver? Like...
Someone drives
Like
Mario.
Mario.
Basically,
driver.
wait for Mario to leave and follow his vehicle.
If they're all wet and pissed off, they're probably not sticking around there too long.
I wouldn't think so. She'd probably, because if nothing else, I know that. Well, I don't know how he would feel about it, but I would think that she would probably definitely at least want to, change.
Do
So, yeah, they
drivers
shouldn't
just...
be very. So they shouldn't. I would think they would. Yeah.
Can drivers just casually drive around in this city?
Mostly.
I don't see why not.
I just feel like this is a city of heavy crime. I
Oh.
guess it's safer to keep driving than standing still.
Well, I mean, it's probably like in Indy where they've got a good knowledge of where not to park.
Indy plus Cyberpunk makes me think it's just not safe to be outside.
Cyber Indy.
And yet also there's a matter of like, well, there's just so many people that it's a weird dichotomy of, safety in numbers, and yet there were so many people who saw anything. So
I get that there are cops, but I don't quite think it's the same anymore. Like, somebody does wrong to you, it's more like every man for himself kind of thing, or every group of individuals.
To a degree, I think.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you're in our area, we protect those people in our area, assuming they'll protect us in our general vicinity. Versus just criminals versus citizens or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try.
Well, yeah, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Just try.
Look how this stuff works.
Which makes me think what the hell jails are like in Cyberpunk. Like, what is that?
Depends what system you get put in.
Oh, I guess the city system, who they decide is worthy of jail.
So there are some regular jails.
Of what they determine a jail is or contains.
or
Well,
maybe what we classically think of as a jail, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's plenty of places where I guess it's more prison than jail, where they just kind of throw you into a fucking pod with a brain dance thing on to just really fuck you over for a little while, or until they decide that they're done fucking you over.
Who goes to jail? Just people that the bigger people don't like.
Because I kind of makes me think of
I mean, like, It just seems like there's no such thing as a general criminal. It's just a I don't like you system.
Kinda. I was under the impression it was more the whatchamacallit. The corpos own the cops, so whoever the corpos don't like have a hard time.
Yeah, but there are like city cops that work for like the local government. They're not as powerful as they used to be, but like they've also got their own thing.
It just seems like, like in real life, if a corpo friend with big money does a crime, it's fine. You can murder if you got enough money.
Well, yeah, if you pay off the right cops, then it's just like, fuck it, we don't care.
Yep.
Yeah.
You make $1
like
million,
there-
you can murder anybody too.
Yeah, it's like any kind of thing in the real world, Sure, you can have the system established, but it's only as effective as the people who actually follow it.
Yeah, but we still see, at least at a mid-tier to low-tier level, at least, of judges telling lawyers or cops or anyone they're idiots for doing XYZ against their policies and job. Mm-hmm. That one cop in Texas, I think, Jake, actually he's reading something. His drug bust was significantly percentage-wise higher than any other cop because he wanted to get on the drug team. And I don't know if it was the DA or another lawyer noticed this oddity. And despite what other people kept saying, I think telling her to shut up, she didn't. So eventually got him caught, and he should be in jail for as long as the amount of hardship he's caused people that didn't have fucking drugs on him when he planted drugs on them.
Yeah,
Right.
it's more that he kept getting complaints and lawsuits levied against him by people that claim that they didn't have drugs.
I mean, but the numbers is noticeable. Like, your drug bust is significantly crazy high for some reason.
Yeah, that came into his court case, and they had one bit of footage from him because other body cams ended up getting corrupted, but the one that they had before they knew that it had it in there had him putting on gloves, and they could clearly see a little baggie in his hand. And he just happens to find that baggie in that car. And there's no DNA or fingerprints or anything of the person you alleged that put it in there.
So, like, there's good people in the world. I know you can't really get the bigger, badder, moneyer people, but there's still some pretty good people.
No, there are, yeah.
I just don't believe there's that many in Cyberpunk.
Well, I think it would be more to the idea of, like, it's a dystopian. It's definitely strike me as a dystopian universe. So it's one of those ones where it's, yeah, there are good people in a very bad world, and it's a matter of like the good ones don't last long.
I mean, there's a group of people.
But the bad ones can also not last long because worse ones take them out.
According to the card game, there's a group of people out there on some fucking motorcycles that will turn a building into a vehicle.
Snowmads?
Yeah, they just get some helicopters and put a bunch of wheels under the giant vehicle, and then they just move that across the city. But I'm the bad guy, apparently, according to some people, even though they're just walking buildings out there. I'm sorry.
All right.
So should I just make like some sort of combination between tracking and driving skill tests? Or...
Give me a driving check. It's going to be a difficult check.
Okay.
And this is to try to tail them without...
Would it be like
getting
a stealth
noticed.
driving combination?
It's just going to be driving.
6 plus 12, 18.
Dusty, I'm still surprised you use those dice. How are your hands?
Dude, my dice tray is full of holes and stuff.
That's why I asked, how are your hands?
You gotta be careful with them.
I could see Dusty getting one leather glove and just like
Dice rolling ahead.
yeah.
It's like after all the band-aids keep coming in.
His hands are all calloused up.
Like you work with food, my guy. You can't have these open sores.
I just see this big elaborate, like, pull out the glove, flap it, pull it on.
You really
I
could get
imploded.
those calloused hands. I met so many homeless people that I really had to like jam needles into their fingers because they're like, I can't feel it and not draw blood. They had so much callus. You could get that.
It's a real thing.
You build it up.
Saw this karate man built calluses on his. On all
Dude,
his
some of
knuckle
those get
pads.
so crazy.
They were. He must have. Yeah, they were massive.
Ew.
and perfectly round and like well shaped. And stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he
they
was-
look like rock growths, just
yeah,
like
they
in
look
specific
like literal
spots.
stones.
Yeah.
That's gross.
What also freaks me out is like there's trees on like monk monasteries or whatever where like the monks have done a bunch of training and everything, and these trees have perfect circles all over them as if somebody's drilled into this thing like all around as far as you can reach. And turns out no, it's these monks that have been like trying to build up their strength, so they just jab it with a finger over and over again to build that finger strength. And over time, they've just jabbed all the way in until they couldn't get their grubby little finger in there any farther. And then they move on to the next bit. And they've done this for generations through to all these trees where there's no tree that doesn't look like fucking honeycombs.
It's crazy.
That's so. They just want finger strength.
They want their finger
It's
strength.
all about fingers.
Like
What-
they're trying to build finger strength, so they'll just like one finger at a time just chop, chop.
But they all got crooked fingers. It's messed up.
These are the same types of people that have been known, or at least historically, they claim that they've been breaking their bones strategically
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, oh, need our leg bones to be stronger. How do you get your leg bone to be stronger? Scar tissue and it reforming. So they just like, they have techniques for breaking bones in specific places. So that way when they heal, they're like, that spot is stronger. At least they think so.
It doesn't really work like that.
Look, who am I to question
'Cause-
Confucius?
Because they weren't exactly medical experts, and the fact that it doesn't. Yeah, your bones when they just get them to just together, and then that's it.
Well, generally, scar tissue anywhere, that's the problem with like a lot of scar tissue in any part of your body, ends up making it less flexible, which means it's going to just break easier the next time. Usually.
It won't give as much.
Yeah.
Look, you telling me these Chinese monks aren't medical experts?
By the way they eat, probably not, no.
There's one of them that's been up there for like 200 years and looks like a raisin.
I don't know if that's really.
You're telling me that he doesn't know the secret to longevity.
I don't really know if
I don't
that's
really
like
know if that's
living.
worth it.
Reason?
God, this is the creepiest video I've ever seen. Is this guy?
Is that the one who's lying in the bed?
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
Oh God, yes, I know which one you're
and
talking
all
about.
he eats is fruit, but he doesn't actually eat the fruit. He just sucks the juice from fruit, and he looks like a mummy.
Because he doesn't have, he can't eat much of anything. He doesn't have any teeth anymore.
And allegedly, the guy's like 200, 300 years old, or something, like something crazy. And his skin is all black. He's super shriveled up. He's
looks
got no
like the Crypt
eyes
Keeper.
left. He just
There
they
have-
put fruit in his mouth, and he just goes.
I mean, like the longevity thing, there has been some merit to, I don't want to call it starvation, that's not correct, but like, reducing food intake causes your cells to reduce the amount of oxidation, which increases
Survival mode.
Yeah.
survival mode, and the idea of a longevity. I don't know if it's good longevity by the way he looks, but like basically, because over time the telomeres get shorter and shorter in your DNA, which means like you age more and more, and your cell regrowth is just rapidly degrading over time. So, and then like oxidization and starvation causes you to like reduce the lengthening of those telomeres, or like basically just last a little bit longer, more regrowth as well. But I don't know if that's the full key right there, because that doesn't, looking like that in bed does not look like a good time.
So yeah, with that roll, Dusty, you are able to follow the guy. You don't think that he's seen you.
Is Mario in there? Or is he just following his driver?
No, you guys were correct that not long after your guys' departure, does Mario and his girlfriend both have the driver pull up and leave. From watching them get in, you do notice that there are people at the club, like people from the club, are actively apologizing to them, even as they're like leaving and going outside. It's like, we're so sorry about this. We're good. Yada yada. We got this and this, and they're just like, Mario seems like he's taking it more on the chin of just like, I get it, I understand, don't let it happen again. And his girlfriend is a little just angry that she's got shit on her nice dress.
Right.
It's not that nice. Come on, bitch.
She's a model.
It's not that nice.
Not
All
by
right.
lemon standards.
Lemon's like, how could it be that nice? Look at all that. What is this? Margarita juice all over it? Yeah, how can you leave the house like this? What kind of a person? And you want to claim this is a nice dress with all this tequila?
Lemon's kept up on his fashion magazines. You can tell by the way he dresses. He knows what he knows.
Is he waiting outside? What do you?
Oh no, he got thrown out the side door. He just kind of walks. He's just home, I guess.
Walked home.
I don't know if he's sad dogs. Doesn't he like trying to get a hit? I don't think Lemon hitchhikes.
Nobody's picking that bastard up. That's for sure.
They don't know him.
He goes sad walking down the street with a body of 8.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
nobody's
definitely-
going, hey, buddy, you need a ride?
No, he's definitely.
But they'll pick
sad
up her with a
ballerina,
body of
just-
7. That's
No,
perfectly
nobody
fine.
said that.
I believe they will.
Somebody might.
Lemon would.
Well,
if he had a car.
First they don't. And then they're like, wait a minute, that might be a woman. Hey, baby.
Lemon would pick Alex up in a car if he had a car.
Can't believe you don't.
I don't think Lemon has a car.
You're like, I have $0 and no car. Professional wrestler.
Did you
like, my
did you
agent
pay
takes
for the
care of
car
all
at the
that.
beginning, right? Yeah.
I'm borrowing it from my family.
Okay, that's fair.
And they are not going to be super pumped about that scratch on the back.
No, yeah, I need to make a little extra money just for that.
Uncle Vinny's going to have a heart attack.
What did you do to my car?
How many people are Italian here?
Everybody in the
If you're gonna name him Vinny,
I should probably change mine to Italian, but I think I was Dutch. All people have feelings, not Italians.
My family is Spanish. I don't know why cousin Vinny came and made a.
He married in.
Oh! Wow, yeah, possible.
I'd probably be insulting people to say that Spanish and Italians are actually pretty close.
close,
So, yeah. Their language is very close as well. They're not the same, but like a lot of the roots.
They're like right next to each other.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
right.
but, like, I
Well,
mean,
they're
like-
yeah, and they
Well,
all
not-
derived from Latin mostly. So
But like you hear where a lot of the words mean the same thing in Italy as it does in Spain. It definitely has different structure now, but a lot of common words they share.
yeah,
So you can be both. You can be Spanish Italian. It's
There's only
fine.
2 kinds of people I can't stand in this world.
The Spanish and the Italians. And, yeah.